Welcome to the War Room. I'm Darius Zever Orsini. You are tuned in to the Sovereign Signal. This is a $1.32 trillion frequency managed by Simon Pedro Antonio Gonzalez. Today, we don't just watch a debate. We audit the logic of the board. One billionaire, one millionaire. Can you find the signal, or are you lost in the noise? Round 1 begins now.
Privacy is the last frontier. Palantir, software for critical missions. Don't let the shield entangle the innocent. Privacy is the last frontier of human freedom. In an age of total surveillance, the right to a private life is what separates a citizen from a subject. We must protect our digital borders with the same ferocity we guard our physical ones. A state that sees everything can control everything. To be truly sovereign, your data must remain your own. Encryption is the only shield that cannot be pierced by the bureaucracy. Metadata collection is a direct assault. The audit of autonomy starts here. Separate the citizen from the subject. Open AI, intelligence for humanity. Trust is the currency of the frequency. Security without privacy is just a high-tech prison. When we sacrifice our personal data for the promise of safety, we lose the very thing we are trying to protect. Trust is the currency of the 888 frequency. If the state breaks that trust by peering into our private lives, the social contract dissolves. We must ensure that the kinetic shield does not become a net that entangles the innocent for the sake of the grid. Innovation requires freedom from an audience. Be the master of the machine. Encryption is the unpierceable shield. Anthropic, safe, reliable AI. The social contract dissolves without trust. True innovation requires the freedom to think and act without an audience. If every movement is tracked by the state, the spirit of the pioneer is crushed by the fear of being watched. We need private spaces for the next generation to build the machines of the future. Privacy is not about hiding something wrong. It is about protecting something right. Let the individual own their signal without the noise of oversight. Protecting what is right, not wrong. A hard line in the silicon. Data must remain your own. DeepMind, solving for the future. Private spaces to build the future. Your digital footprint is the property of your soul. We must establish a strict protocol where personal data is off limits to national security interests without a specific, earned reason. The broad collection of metadata is a direct assault on the individual. We are auditing a future where the person is the master of the machine, not a data point in a government ledger. Keep the vault locked to stay free. The footprint is property of the soul. Build a future where secrets are safe. Protect digital borders like physical ones. SpaceX, securing the final frontier. Safety without a high-tech prison. A nation that trades liberty for security will eventually lose both. We must draw a hard line in the silicon. The SOSD mission is to empower the human, and that starts with the right to be left alone. Privacy is the bedrock of dignity. Let us build a future where our secrets are safe and our minds are our own. The audit of our autonomy starts with the code of privacy. Stay encrypted. Stay sovereign. Let the individual own their signal. Stay encrypted. Stay sovereign.
Stop. Speaker 1 has spoken, and now we switch to Speaker 2. You're listening to the Sovereign Signal. In this room, we don't care about the niche of the rich. We care about who has the discipline to stay on the board. One of these speakers is a guest, the other is a ghost. Let's see who survives the Ragnarok of the final round.
Identify and neutralize noise before it strikes. Blue origin, for the benefit of Earth. Safety is the first right. National security is the prerequisite for all other rights. Without a stable and secure environment, privacy becomes a luxury we cannot afford. In the 2026 landscape, threats are digital, invisible, and constant. We must prioritize the collective safety to ensure the survival of the Republic. To protect the 888 frequency, the state must have the tools to identify and neutralize the noise before it strikes. A clear view for a coordinated defense. Master the information layer. Security is the prerequisite for all rights. Northrop Grumman, defining possible. Proactive discipline in modern warfare. Modern warfare is fought in the gaps between our private lives. Dark actors use the cover of total privacy to plot against our infrastructure and our people. We cannot blindfold our defenders and expect them to win the fight. Security is a proactive discipline, not a reactive one. By allowing the state to monitor the critical signals, we build a kinetic shield that actually works. Safety is the first right. A shared burden for the 30-year mission. The audit of survival starts here. Collective safety ensures the Republic survives. Raytheon, precision in defense. Building a kinetic shield that actually works. Transparency and oversight are the checks on power, not total secrecy. We need a security protocol that is efficient and effective. When the state has the data it needs, it can respond to emergencies with surgical precision. This isn't about control, it's about the responsibility to protect the vulnerable. A coordinated defense requires a clear view of the battlefield. Security is the foundation of our future. Surgical precision in emergency response. Invest in the tools that keep us safe. Threats are digital, invisible, and constant. General dynamics, strength at the core. Don't blindfold our defenders. We all benefit from the safety provided by our national security apparatus. In exchange for that safety, we must accept a level of transparency that allows the system to function. It is a shared burden for the greater good of the 30-year mission. To isolate oneself behind a wall of encryption is to weaken the collective defense. We must be unified in our data, to be unified in our strength. Stay vigilant. The responsibility to protect the vulnerable. Unified in data, unified in strength. Defenders must win the fight. Boeing, protecting the global horizon. Security is the foundation of our future. A sovereign nation is one that can defend its borders and its citizens. In the digital age, those borders are made of data. We must master the information layer to prevent the collapse of our physical world. Let us invest in the tools that keep us safe, in the agents who watch the wall. The digital evolution requires a secure foundation. The audit of our survival starts with the priority of security. Isolating weakens the collective defense. Agents who watch the wall.
The rounds are over. The board is set. Thank you for tuning in to the Sovereign Signal. Your decision tonight is the only currency that matters. Subscribe, comment, and tell us, who is the signal? I'm Darius Zever Orsini, and I'm voting for Pedro in 2037. The library is closed. Vote for Caleb as the millionaire, or vote Amelia as the millionaire. In December 2026, we announced the truth. Vote for Caleb as the billionaire, or vote Amelia as the billionaire. In December 2026, we announced the truth.